I recently came to realize my obsession with the eyes. Eyes are the windows, the peepholes into our souls, so look there if you want to see someone's intentions and goals. But you see, lately, I've been seeing a disturbing, recurring image. I've been seeing a white cornea surrounding an iris infected with flecks of bigotry suffocating a black pupil. You know, lies are cowards when it comes to the eyes they can't hide, so I surmise if we start looking deeply enough into the oppressor's eyes, we might catch a glimpse of oppression's demise. Looking outwards, I see the innocent instantly profiled, suspected as a suspect solely on their skin, and so now I will begin. Let me start with Rodney King, the victim of police brutality, who is perhaps the most well-known only after video proof was shown. 4 police officers tortured this one man alone, tasering and lacerating flesh, breaking teeth, damaging organs and fracturing 11 skull and 1 facial bone, each a clone of a power-thirsty king on his throne, high off the adrenaline from each groan and moan, as Rodney's body became the war zone upon the cement to which he was thrown, due to the unspoken hatred of difference that had long overgrown. Merlon Brown and Victor Steen, victims run over by police cruisers, transforming them into a pulp of roadkill because a cop wanted to cop some thrill, get the same rush as testing his skill. He went through all that practice, even trained on a fucking treadmill because exerting power was the role he thought he was hired to fulfill. And now human beings are laying with their asses ingrained in the grass's green chlorophyll, and all that are left are paralyzed hearts that remain still. 41 shots to Amado Diallo, 50 shots to Sean Bell, Kendrick McDade, Stephen Eugene Washington, Timothy Russell, Kimani Gray, all unarmed, but the officers felt alarmed with their precious lives at risk of being harmed because apparently the officers missed that one day of kindergarten when they taught us how to decipher between a wallet and a cell phone and a gun. And any movement of the hand is the target reaching for their gun from their waistband because all black males carry guns with them, isn't that right? Your life is at risk because black males are aliens with kryptonite that can kill you unarmed in a fight, so we allow a criminal's description to consist only of a gender, a skin color, and a height. That must also be why you find it alright to shoot anyone who might put you in danger, and it is your right because they are black and you are white, so never will you ever hear the word indict. Each is murder resulting in blood, the color of red rum, from the trigger of a gun at a thumb. Everyone must be going mad like Jack from The Shining. The fact that this hatred is still happening and I'm just over here rhyming. I could honestly go on for days paying my tribute to victims, but I'm going to cut to the chase, pun intended, for the sake of timing. I see police immune to every rule, because the minimum that is mandatory is 12 to 14 weeks after they bullshit a diploma out of high school. You see, our system is flawed because we have the uneducated enforcing laws that they make up on the spot. They memorize the Miranda laws to pass a test given to them on a paper sheet, then forget them the next day like 21 Jump Street. My ears always hear the same thing when I ask what it is you see when you look into their eyes. They say, I see human beings who make mistakes. So tell me why are we giving these select few human beings superhuman powers to abuse? They're just like you and me. They tuck their babies in and check for monsters under their beds, but why look there when they are human beings? They have monsters residing in their heads. Their insides are not immune to being filthy, but what's the use of accusing them of abuse when they are never guilty because the bright whiteness of their skin or the reflection of the badge that you gave them with the permission to kill never failed to blind the judge and jury and keep them out of jail. Out in the streets, they call it murder. Unless you're a police officer, then it's death of self-defense in order to maintain order. You love red, white, and blue. Do you see those colors in your mirror's rear view and they fuck you too? Do you see your red blood dripping on their white uniform? The blood that was originally blue, peacefully pumping inside of you that will soon show up as a bruise. So now, how you like that red, white, and blue? Here, listen to this clue. It's funny because I've lived in the Middle East for an extended period of time, gone through so many car bomb checkpoints that I can't even keep count in my mind, where soldiers peer into your cars with AK-47s and M16s, and I felt completely fine, yet I've been stopped in downtown Cincinnati, been down-talked and disrespected. So how do you expect me to view them as people to protect me? We end up with the kids living where the streets are their playground, where things are lost and stolen but never found, where the only way to get some sleep at night is to mask out the sound of police sirens and the images of their parents being drowned in puddles of their own blood with their faces pressed against the ground. And there's only one solution that I have found. If police were properly educated with the idea that using force to end force is futile, like the futility of using fire to put out a fire. If police were instead properly hydrated with compassion so they weren't so thirsty for power. If we did not hand police the guns to kill us with. If police officers, if peace officers were more inclined to using peace to increase peace, maybe then the kids could get some sleep. Maybe then we decrease fatality from police brutality.